your girl Dalou. I hope you and your family are doing fantastic and that you are enjoying your summer so far. In this video, you guys, I am going to show you how I DIY my patio and save over $11,000. Yes, you guys, you heard me right. Over $11,000 I saved by doing my own patio. And it is easy, it is simple, doable, and most importantly, there was not a lot of digging. Yeah! When I've decided I wanted to have a patio, I've gotten quotes for many people, and the cheapest one quoted me, I think, a little bit under $15,000. Now I did my own patio for under $3,000. That includes labor and materials. And so if you follow all the steps that I am going to show you, you'll be able to DIY your patio and save tons of money. So you guys, are you ready to see me in action? Without any delay, let's get started.
Guys, this is what the area used to look like. Let me show you another picture, not attractive at all. I had a cute flower bed there. That was when I first did it. Trust me, now they're dead. Step one was to figure out where I wanted to have my patio and how big that I wanted it, and put it on my schedule. Step two, I set a budget and visited my local stone stores to find a stone that will fit my style and budget. Step three, I made a list of all the materials that I'm going to need and I ordered them. To make it easy for me, I ordered everything online and Home Depot delivered everything. They charged $72, but it was $72 well spent. Step four, I enrolled somebody to help me. So you guys remember my amigo from last year. I got rid of the flower beds, I got rid of the steps, the tub, and the grass. Now let the party begin. I put down 4 sticks, one in each corner. I tied up a string to connect all 4 sticks to make sure the patio will be straight and level.
On a run from my given disaster. Speed away from the holy mind.
Then it was time to start digging. Now it was time to remove the extra dirt and start digging. Normally when you're doing a patio, you dig 6 inches deep. But I only dug 2 to 3 inches deep. Why? Because I am going to use a special material that allows me 2 to 3 inches. You have to stay tuned to find out the material that I'm going to use that allow me to do that, because when you are doing a patio, the biggest part of the job is to dig. That is one of the hardest part of the job. I would say the second hardest part of the job. Now we are getting to the most important part of the job, which is the leveling. This one can make your patio or break your patio, or even break your house. That is how important it is. So you have to pay attention, even take note. Guys, a patio does not sit flat. When you are leveling for a patio, you have to create something called a slope. You can watch many videos on YouTube on how to DIY patio. However, 95% of them, I would say even 98% of them, will not talk about creating a slope. A patio has a very small hill. Normally we don't notice that because we are minding our business, and that is how small it is. To understand what I'm saying, when you go outside, look at your sidewalk. You will see that the sidewalk is not flat. Although it looks flat, but when you stare at it, you will realize that it is not flat. That's what you call a slope. The hill is the slope. Why is the slope important? Because when it rains, you want water to be directed, flowing away from the house. If not, you are going to have a flood in your basement or even on the main level. The general rule is every 4 feet, there must be a 1/8 inch of slope. So you have to make sure as you're leveling the dirt, there is a little hill to it. Ladies and gentlemen, that was creating a slope 101. Thank you, Professor Dalou. I stomp the ground to make sure it is hard to create a great foundation for my patio. You can see my amigo is doing it at this moment.
Yeah, level is good. You're not carpenter.
We were saying the leveling was good. Tomorrow we were going to do the weed barrier. To hold the weed barrier on the ground, I used this nail thing, and in between the weed barriers, I used this iron one. Everything except for the pavers is from Home Depot. After installing the weed barrier, it was time to put the leveling sand. I'm using a 2x4 to spread the sand. I don't know what was I thinking wearing a dress, but that's what I wore. Also, I wanted my sand level to be 1 inch high, so I'm using a PVC tube to help me get to the level that I want. The sand that I'm using is leveling sand step 2.5 cubic feet. As I mentioned, everything is from Home Depot. These are the pavers I am going to use. I bought them from a local store. Once I received them, I had to play with them to figure out the style that is going to work for my patio. It's the big day. We started the installation of the pavers. I have to be honest, they are so heavy, I couldn't do much. I let my amigo did most of it. The black things you guys are looking at, they are called Paver base panel. You can also find them at Lowe's. If you use them on your patio, you can skip the gravel steps. That was the reason I only dug 2 to 3 inches. I did not need to dig deeper because I did not have to accommodate space for gravel. They are the new thing for pavers. They are the best. They save a lot of time. They cost a little bit more than if I were to get gravels, but come on, imagine if I have to dig another 4 inches, and after that we have to carry all of these gravels back and forth. Not only the project would last a lot longer, but my back and my amigo's back would be on fire, or I would have to hire somebody else to help. It would have definitely be too much for us. Also, we did not cut the pavers. We make sure the patio was the exact size of the pallets to prevent us from spending any more money or making the job more difficult. This is why originally the patio was going to be a 14 by 22, but at the end we ended up having a 14 by 23 because we had to extend the patio out a little bit to make sure the pavers fit. Also, on the border of the patio, we also have the landscaping edging. Patio is done. Yeah, we did it. Now, all we had to do was adding sand to interlocking the pavers together, and to do it on a day when it wasn't raining. After that, we put some water to activate the bonding compound of the sand. You are going to see that in a little bit. This was the easiest part of the job. So satisfying to see the project came to life. Guys, if you see me on the street, I'm the girl with the 6 inches heel, the long nails, and the red or the pink lipstick. Never in a million years I would think I could build a patio. I don't even know how to paint. So guys, if I can do it, you can do it too. It's all come down to determination and belief. Get rid of the limitless thoughts that make you think that you cannot do certain things. I am very proud of myself. I hope you guys are proud of me as well. But if you are not, it's okay. I'm still going to enjoy my patio. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how I style the patio. Now it's the fun part and the part that I enjoy doing. Do you guys see the slope? Do you see how the water is flowing away from the house? Also, before you start pouring water, make sure all the sand is already inside the little hole between the pavers. No sand should be on top of the pavers, otherwise it's gonna be a mess. Use a leaf blower to blow the sand out before you start putting water. Yesterday I've decided to put a gravel border around the patio. If you like this video or you like my effort, please share it with a friend, a family member, and on your social media pages. If you have not subscribed, I don't know what you are waiting for, but I upload glam home decor, cleaning and DIY videos. If you are into any of these things, please hit your subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so they can let you know as soon as I upload a new video. Thanks to all of you for stopping by today, and thanks in advance for all the love I know you're going to be showing to me. I will see you on the next one. I love you always. Bye-bye.